She just keeps going in.
Follow me. They follow me. There's only one appropriate response when you hear the voice of God. Listen, delayed obedience is disobedience. There's kind of not neutral ground once you hear the voice of God. You're either going to move forward in obedience or you're not. But any response other than obedience is an inappropriate response to the voice of God. He does not speak to be heard. He speaks to be obeyed. And the reason why he speaks is because he is like the control tower. When an airplane takes off, the pilot does not just trust in their own visibility to guide the plane. They have constant connection with a control tower because the control tower has the capacity to see way beyond what it is that the pilot in their limited scope and limited perspective is able to see. So they stay in contact with the control tower because the control tower is able to keep them from disasters that they don't even know are possible because of their narrow viewpoint. When God speaks to you, it's because he's the control tower. He sees stuff your narrow viewpoint, my narrow viewpoint cannot see. And when you respond in obedience, even though it doesn't make sense at the time, when you respond in obedience, you have no idea the disasters that you've circumvented because you just said yes, Lord, and responded in obedience to God. In Jesus' day, when the shepherd called his sheep, the sheep didn't debate with the shepherd. They didn't negotiate with the shepherd. They didn't ignore the shepherd. They just went where he led them. Why? Because they believed that he was a good shepherd. They believed that whatever pasture he was taking them to was better off than the one they were in. Even if the one they were in still had some green grass that they could gnaw on. There was still some fresh pools of water there that they could refresh their thirst on. It still looked to them like this pasture was just fine. But if the shepherd said, let's go, they believed that where he must be taking them was better off than where they were. So it didn't make sense, but the sheep would just follow because they believed they had a good shepherd. John chapter 10 says,